Happy Sunday. This is your style appetizer for the week. Well, it's 4th of July. It was 4th of July. It's 4th of July weekend. And 4th of July is it's a holiday that has a lot of meaning. I mean, not meaning as in independence, but it has meaning for me because when I became a citizen, an American citizen, I clearly remember I had a private swearing-in ceremony, which was so cool to begin with. It wasn't like there were 5,000 people in the room and we all recited what we had to recite. This was private, personal, with a wonderful judge who was introduced to me by my friend Nina. And he said, "Yeah, we can do a private ceremony." And I'm like, "What? This is crazy." So in this gorgeous building in downtown Los Angeles with all these Art Deco um, details, just a gorgeous law building. I'm standing at an old ancient wood podium, and the judge recites, and I'm just going to paraphrase because I think that I won't be able to get the words right, and I should have gotten them right, but here's the paraphrasing of it. The meaning of it is to be not dependent. So it says in this declaration that we also get afterwards like a piece of writing, and where you have like a piece of paper that you're actually an American citizen. It says not to be beholden to any foreign prince. Not to be beholden to any foreign prince. And I was so taken by that. And the reason why I think I was taken by that is because I've never really considered myself to be beholden to anyone. Yeah, that's much to the dismay of my parents or some people, in my close circle. Be beholden, meaning, are you concerned, or are you at their behest, or do they tell you that you have to do this, or do you have to abide and pay homage to someone who's basically running your life? Which America is a place of freedom. And only then, in whenever that was, what year that was, 2008, did I realize that independence is a great thing, but independence doesn't come from someone giving you independence. Independence is a state of being internally. And I say this because there's all of the things that are going on in the United States. And Viktor Frankl, who was a Holocaust survivor, wrote a book. And in that book, he speaks about freedom, being a Holocaust survivor, being locked up in camps, and still feeling free. How can you access freedom? How can we access freedom when we're not really free? Because if you're bigger than your circumstances, like we always talk about, freedom is a state of being. It is not a state of incarceration, whether you're, God forbid, in a prison, or you're beholden by another foreign prince, or you're captive. And there are many people that are captive, and I do not mean to diminish that. In our Western world and in the world that we live in, many of the people that I encounter say, "I'm being held hostage by my husband, or by my wife, or by my job, or by my what thoughts." That is the independence that we have agency over. So yes, I do think about it a lot. And I think also about it when Passover rolls around, freedom. Where does freedom live? Freedom lives in my heart. Freedom lives in the choices that I make. What I think comes out of my mouth falls into my lap and shows up in my life. But I think the most powerful example of freedom and living in a state of freedom was Viktor Frankl. Viktor Frankl's book. And I can't remember the title right now. I'm having a senior moment. But freedom is a state of being. It's a choice. And I'm saying it again, not to diminish any of the hardship that so many of us are going through, so many people in the world are going through. There are people that came out of the concentration camps and created a whole world, a whole exciting world of newness and magic and amazingness. Most of the movie industry in California and LA and Hollywood, they were all Jewish people, immigrants who survived pogroms and the Holocaust. And there must have been a sense of, I can be free in my mind and in my imagination and in my thoughts, because only we allow people to get to that. So may you always be free. May you always shine your freedom onto others, and may they get to see this incredible sense of freedom that you exude, because it's a beingness. It doesn't have a lock on its door. Now, go play in your closet. Happy 4th of July. May you always be free. May you always be joyful and healthy. And may you share that in shining your light on others. And I'll see you next week. Play in your closet. Sign up here. Put a like on it. Send it to others. Maybe somebody needs to hear this. And tell me which corner of the universe you're lighting up today. See you next week. Bye.